Apparently, I am not able to spectate here in the meetup lobby, so I am going to basically allow the drivers to qualify. And we have an 11-minute qualification going on here. And let's just talk about the final round here while the qualification is taking place. So currently we have 14 drivers. We had 15, but minus me would be 14 drivers in the WEC Series final. So unfortunately, we are not able to view them because we did change our qualification setup from doing a regular lobby in ghost mode to a meetup. So I was under the impression that we would be able to view the qualification, but that is not possible. So I do apologize to the viewers for that. But we will be waiting as they run their qualification for the next about 9.5 minutes. And we will have to go to the previous race results to see how we qualified. So currently, let's talk about how we're doing here with points. The current points for the WEC Racing League, F4R Scarhand is in first place of points with 173. And what we're looking at here is an extremely close points total going into this race. It's really between any of the top 6 drivers could win this championship. So Scarhand being number 1 in points with 173, followed by Tech Q with 172. Forza Fun is at 171, so we have 3 points splitting the top 3, which is really impressive. Jones, 33, is at 169, followed by Sam Engelbert, who is not in the club today. He's not racing with us today, at 155. And FOR Dutchy also at 155, so he will assume that position for sure, being that Sam Engelbert is not able to make it today. Gump 1582 at 154, he's for sure going to move up as he is racing with us today. BMXer at 138, followed by Shades 118, and Warrior, who is not with us today, at 88 points. F4 Dragon at 79, and Big Fella and Float, who are not racing with us today, they're at 67 and 39 respectively, followed by Willie Fisterbaum, who is also not with us today, at 36. And that is our points total. We have a couple new drivers tonight. Alpha Salmon, who has not raced with us yet, but we know him well from some other leagues. He is part of the club. And we have a new member that just joined today that is also racing with us. Excited to have him. His name is STR Eagle Eye, so welcome. And now we have gone through the points, and we are going to be here racing today at the Nuremberg GP circuit, which is, we are very excited to run this GP circuit. What we have today is, this track was completed in 1984. It's currently 3.23 miles, which is 5.14 kilometers for those of us, for the most of the world who uses the kilometer system. We have 7 left turns and 10 right corners. So interesting thing after doing some research about this track is that this track was completed in 1934 and has been, it is connected to the well-known Nuremberg Ring. So after studying the track, we find most of the corners on the track are named after partnerships, which is quite different because typically what we see in very big racetracks around the world that have a lot of history, steeped in historic racing, is we find corners that are named after drivers or named after something geographical or something specific that gives that corner its name. However, on this track, we're finding that most of the corners are named due to partnership relationships, business relationships. So, you know, of the 15 corners we are going to discuss today, only one corner, which is the Michael Schumacher S's, are named after a driver. All the rest of the corners, with the exception of turn 1, Hague Hook, is named after business partnerships. So you will hear me refer to some of the corners like the Dunlop Hairpin, or maybe the Bilstein Bend, or the Ravenel Bend. Ravenel is a lubricant, is in partnership with the track, and Bilstein is a shocks that makes suspension shocks. They are also in partnership. Advan, turn 12 is Advan corner, and then you have the Vidal chicane at turn 13 and 14, followed by the last corner, turn 15, Hyundai corner. So there you have it. Most of these corners are named after business partnerships, so we will refer to them during the race as we are calling the race. So again, all drivers are working their qualifying laps right now. I'm not able to see and give an update due to the lack of being able to spectate in a meetup. We went to the meetup to do qualifying because it's a little bit easier to record the top qualifiers versus what we were doing in the past of taking a picture and thumbing through each lap to figure out who was the top qualifier down to the bottom qualifier. But however, that has left us unable to spectate. So I do again apologize about that, but we will be spectating both races and calling play-by-play for both races, and we should not miss any of the action. We will be doing a recording of each race today to verify the position and the finish of each driver so that we can calculate points and crown a winner and a champion. Top 3 drivers will receive Amazon gift cards, which is pretty exciting. It's a little something extra to play for. Our next series that we're going to be doing, we don't have a date on it yet, but we are going to be having an even more special prize for the top 3, which is exciting, and I think is going to draw a few more drivers into the series. So currently we have 3 minutes left in qualifying, and then we are going to stop qualifying and prep our room for race number 1. So again, if you didn't know, we have 2 races tonight. Both races will be 11-lap races. There will be a short 5-minute pause, maybe 10 minutes, depending on how things are going between each race. And then we will start the race number 2. So for those of you who are not familiar with the WEC racing, how we do things is the top 3 finishers of the first race will take a PI penalty, and in race 2, which will be a reverse grid of the finishing order from the first race, it will be a reverse order, and the top 3 finishers will suffer a PI penalty at an 809. So that's a reduction of horsepower, and not only will they have to fight from the back of the grid, but they will also fight with a reduced PI points index. Their car is going to be less powerful, less horsepower than all the other drivers. So this is going to test even the finest drivers to see how they are able to deal with those types of burdens. So that's exciting stuff. I don't know about you, but anyone who loves racing, if you have guys that are fastest drivers with the most amount of skill, it's kind of fun to see them carry a little extra burden to see how close that brings the finishing positions. And as you can see, with our top 3 drivers only split by 4 points, I'm sorry, the top 4 drivers split by 4 points, these types of racing series do make it interesting coming down into the final round. So 1 minute and 10 seconds left until this qualifying is over, and we are then going to set the grid based on qualifying for race 1. And we are going to go from there. So that's kind of where we're at, folks. About 50 seconds left of this qualifying session. Again, if you just joined us, I see that we do have a couple new viewers that are in the viewer, I do appreciate you joining us, the Z Cadet, as well as a couple other viewers. So we do appreciate you being with us today. And there's about 25 seconds left here in qualifying. And we are going to see who comes out on top. I'm excited to find out how the finishing results are. We do have a new driver today that just joined the club today. His name is STR Eagle Eye. He did set the fastest lap in the practice. So he is kind of expected to set a fast lap here in qualifying, and we currently are up. We are going to stop the qualifying session. Okay, let's go into the previous race and take a look at what we have. So it looks like we have our top 12 drivers here. Drift King is not able to set a lap time. Not quite sure what happened there. We'll have to verify he is in there, but I am showing a 201.265 for Scarhand. And let's just take a moment here to take a screenshot of this. Hold on, Julie. Hold on. Just stand by as we upload some screenshots here. I got the grid orders ready, guys. I got the grid orders ready, so give me about 90 seconds and I'm going to start setting it, so just stand by. Um, All right, we are back online. We had to take a few minutes there to set the grid order. Actually, we still have to set the grid order, but we had to figure out the grid order, so we were offline there shortly. We are currently waiting for Jones to ready up, and we will be getting this race underway. So again, everybody in the room is a member of the WEC Racing League. We want to thank them for being part of the inaugural season. This is the final race, and prizes will be given out after the results of these last two races today. So again, we want to thank everybody for being in here. And now we are just waiting for Jones 33. I'm going to get into the chat and just check on Jones and make sure he's good to go. So please stay with us. Jones, are you ready, Jones? Waiting on. We were just waiting on Jones. Okay, I'll have to internal message him. Okay, I will. All right, we are back online. All drivers have readied up. We are now going to commence the start of this first race. We just have to set the grid order as we are about to do that. Okay. Next. Next. Oh, there it is. Next. Okay, we are ready to launch our first race. And we are off at the first race of the WEC Racing Series finale as Tech Q in pole position runs down into the first turn as Eagle Eye looking out the upside, but Scarhand in a very close second is right on his tail as they hug the inside of the in the Mercedes arena as they go through there. Everyone looks so nice and tidy at this point. As Tech Q getting a little sideways, Scarhand and Eagle Eye are gonna look up the inside. Tech Q's gonna hold the inside line, but Scarhand is going to push around the outside and try to make that run as Eagle Eye looks like Eagle Eye does take the lead with Tech working third place, Forza Fun fourth, and Dragon in fifth. As they make their way around turn 5 and 6 as they make the run down the hill to the Dunlop hairpin. We should start to see a little bit of an inline formation through here as Tech Q, as we currently are riding along with him, is being pressured by Forza Fun as they run up the hill into the Schumacher S's. This is a very tricky, really one line as it looks like our leader gets really sideways, as that's going to give Scarhand an opportunity here. The pressure is probably pretty intense in this first lap as Eagle Eye is currently holding down first. This is his first race. He is a well-known driver with a skill level that's quite high from what I'm told. Showing it off here as they race down through the back straight. They're going to come up to the V chicane as Scarhand pressuring, making a look up the inside as Eagle Eye gets a little sideways. Our top four drivers very close and tight. Everyone doing a really nice job, nice and tidy through there. I'm sure there's a ton of action to cover in the back, but it's hard to get away from this front group as they have clearly made a break. This is now a true group field, the first group, top four, with Eagle Eye, Scarhand, Tech Q, and Forza Fun running that nice and tidy through there. Very clean as the next group of drivers runs up behind them. We got Dragon in fifth, Jones in sixth, and VMEX behind him, followed by Gump in eighth, Alpha Sam in ninth, and Wesley in 10th. As we continue to run along with Scarhand, this top four group really doing a great job of pressuring each other, but driving nice and smooth. I don't see anything erratic. They've kind of settled down at this point. as they run down the hill to the Dunlop hairpin. And are we seeing a move from Tech Q, pushing a little wide there? This group doing a really nice job of kind of settling in. Let's jump back into the field here. We want to just see if we can cover anybody else as we ride with Jones, as he's in the second group currently. And he looks like Jones is being chased by F4 VMEX. As Jones hard on the gas. Going into Revenal and Bilstein, turn 11, as they make their run down the back straight, which this is the fastest part of the track. I have to settle myself down here, folks. I'm getting so excited. This is really good stuff here. I haven't seen anything too crazy yet. Everyone's kind of settled down. The racing looks really good as we see Jones get a little sideways there. It might cost him a bit of time, but he's regathered himself. As let's take a look back in 10th place. We are going to ride along with Shades and see how this is going. We have Gump in the pits. He is going to allow himself to get a clear run through the track on the exit of this pits, as I did not see anybody else pitting. As I'm going to have to take me a quick water break here, folks. As Shades making his way through the arena, not currently putting anyone under pressure. He's got Wesley just in front of him, as we're going to take a look at Wesley's car here. The only white car with the checkered flag I can see, and it looks like he's running the Dale Earnhardt number 3 there. Looks like he's putting a lot of pressure on Meeks. Let's take a check back up front here. Actually, we want to stay here with Wesley, as he's putting pressure on Meeks as they make the run down to the Dunlop hairpin. Is he going to be able to do anything with him here? As he looks just to the outside of Meeks, but Meeks runs a nice tight line there. Nothing Wesley can do. We're going to check back on this group here as we run back to the front four, with Forza Fun running in fourth. As we have seen quite a bit of a spread here between the top four. It looks like Tech Q is now putting some pressure on Scarhand. These two this is where the real battle is, as Scarhand in second place is leading the points. Tech Q knows that if he wants to have a chance, he has got to get in front of Scarhand. As they both, look at this, they're both ducking into the pits, and I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like Tech Q has missed the pits. Both drivers going in the wrong way. This is, the collisions are definitely on here. Both drivers, it looks like, have, at least Tech Q, I couldn't see there, have made a very dangerous move. That is, wow, I've never actually seen that before. Race Direction probably going to take a look at that one. It looked like there was contact there. I really couldn't see. I don't even know where we're going to find our points leader, who was Scarhand. Let's take, he's currently in 8th place. He has continued circulating. It looked like he had started to make a turnaround to go reverse on the circuit, but thought better of it and immediately turned around to prevent a collision of another driver. So I really don't know, without seeing what happened there. That was quite intense and probably scary for the other drivers as they were coming through into the final corner, turn 15, Hyundai corner. I'm a little without words right now. I'm not really sure what to say. As Scarhand goes off circuit, and I'm sure he's a bit rattled. You can see the whole side of his car is completely damaged there. And we currently have in first place Eagle Eye with Forza Fun. We are going to take a look at his position on the track. He is in second place, and not only that, but he is running third in points. So he is going to benefit from the coming together of Tech Q and Scarhand. I'm still not quite sure what happened there. But in the meantime, let's look at Jones, who is also in the top 4 in points. He is now in 3rd place, a podium position, which he will gladly welcome. Wow, I'm really kind of in shock here, folks. Not really sure what to say about that. Unfortunately, we weren't on board with them just prior to the coming together, but let's refocus here and take a look at VMEX now pressuring Jones, as VMEX is new to the circuit, or new to the series. And look at this, folks, we have Tech Q parked on the side of the road. As Tech Q is parked on the side of the road, I'm not sure if he has a mechanical there. Let's take a look at his car info. And I am not seeing any damage, so I don't know if he had maybe he had a disconnect or possibly a rage quit. We're not really sure. So let's go back to the front of this group, and as STR Eagle Eye is got a sizable lead with Forza Fun in 2nd, and currently VMEX still pressuring Jones for that top podium spot. A very nice looking livery on VMEX's car, as he is properly supporting the WEC logo. Good for him, and a very nice looking paint job, I might add. So and right now we have trying to look for the closest battles on track. So position 3 and 4 with Jones and VMEX is a nice, closely contested battle. Really the closest that I can see right now. But as we have Gump, let's go take a look at his progress in 9th place. And we have Wesley just in front of him. So Gump, not currently really in the points challenge, but still trying to acquire and as many points as he can, as he's still kind of coming to terms with this car. As he said in a pre-race interview, Gump here, a driver out of Indiana who owns a Boss Mustang, is very happy about that. Supports that with part of his livery saying "like a boss" on the front of his car. So he is very much into the Boss Mustang, so good for him. As we take a look as he exits through Hyundai corner onto the front straight. So that battle looks like it is not quite sized up to be too close yet. So we are going to take a look at, actually everybody here is quite spread apart. So F4 Shades, let's take a look at him. As Shades is a 41-year-old British driver who resides in the northwest UK. His livery is a homage to the old Commodore 64 computer, as he says, that he used to play when he was a kid, so in his younger years. So that's where he gets his livery from. So we get a nice look at it there. The multicolored Commodore 64. Giving a shout out to that. So he's currently circulating in 4th place, which is a very nice result. As we see behind him, Dutchie getting really sideways as he's trying everything he can to pursue Shades. And it looks like he is making a little bit of progress, but as he's running down through Bilstein Curve onto the back straight, which is the quickest part of the circuit, where they will reach top speed of the car, going through Advent Kink down into the Vidal chicane, excuse me, which is turn 13 and 14. So he's looking to navigate through there, just cuts the track slightly, nothing egregious there, as he is going to duck into the pits, closely following Shades, as he is able to gather him up really close there. This is going to be an interesting egg on the pits. In the meantime, we are going to look at the front of this grid with Eagle Eye. Has a sizable lead here with Forza Fun still running in 2nd place, as he is running through the arena now, exiting. Actually, he's coming up on what I call Camel Curve here, folks. I like to call this Camel Curve because it's got a hump there. It's isn't really named that, but we're kind of nicknaming it for this series, as he makes the run down into turn 5 and 6. Forza Fun looking to put this together, as he is trying to extend his lead from the third place VFR Meeks. However, neither one of these drivers have pitted yet, so it's hard to say where they are going to settle in once all pit stops are made. As Forza Fun runs through the course up into the Michael Schumacher S's, very tricky section through here. You got to get this right. Down into the Ravenel Bend. This is a lot of positive camber as you approach this corner. You can make it a very late brake section, or you can brake early and accelerate hard, as the positive camber allows you to really approach it different ways, as he is exiting Bilstein Bend onto the back straight, and he will extend that GT3 out to its top speed as he approaches the Vidal chicane. So we're going to take a look at the other battles going on in the field right now, as we have some closer battles. As Jones here, let's take a look at, Jones has been able to reel in Wesley. Jones able to show up for all 3 race days, so he is currently 4th in points, looking to do everything he can here to pressure Wesley. Wesley is not currently in a points fighting championship position, but Jones sees him as still a competitor that is taking points, so he's going to look to do something with him. Jones is a driver out of Toronto, Canada, came into karting at a very young age, and was telling me earlier, due to financial commitments and so forth, not able to continue in the karting, but he has dabbled in motorcycle racing, but never did lose his love for four-wheel racing, as he has also he has also driven some of the Mazda Cup cars and found some success there. But he has a saying I would like to repeat, if it's okay with him. The fastest racers in the world you will never see, because it's a rich man's sport. Very interesting. He credits Mario Andretti for that. But Jones now currently pressuring Wesley, as he is looking to acquire that spot, as he wants those points for third. Whoever does finish in this third position podium will take a PI penalty for the last race. As Forza Fun still running second, and STR Eagle Eye way out in front, reminiscent of ETR Warrior last week at the Silverstone circuit. But we still have these two yet to pit, so it's really unknown where they are going to come out. So let's take a look back at 9th position with Dutchy, as he has 2 to 3 drivers in front of him, and this is shaping up to be quite a battle here, as Shades is in front of him, followed by VMEX in 4th and Dragon in 6th. So Dutchy going through the Schumacher S is a little extending the full grip of those tires there, as he is running down into Vidal, turn 10, Ravenel, exiting there into turn 11, which is Bilstein, as they are going to get on the gas as hard as they can. Several lines through there, running down the back straight, full gas through here, through the Advent kink, a heavy braking and passing point coming up here into Vidal chicane, turn 13 and 14, nothing there doing for a passing opportunity. Is anyone going to duck into the pits here? It doesn't look like they will, as Dutchy continuing on there. It looks like this group of 4 is not quite tightening it up as much as we would like to see them, but Dragon leading this group. Let's just take a look at his progress, as Gump is just ahead of that group here, with Gump in a 5th place, which would be his best finishing position. If he is able to hold that, we'll see, as he is looking to run down Gump, yet feeling some pressure from the 3 drivers behind him. So let's just follow their progress here to see how this is going to play out. It looks like Dragon has a little bit of a comfort cushion behind him, as he is inching a little closer to Gump as they run down the hill to the Dunlop hairpin. And we are still looking on with Dragon here as he's heading up into the Schumacher S's. And it does look like Jones is right on the back of Wesley here. We're going to have to stick with this battle here. Jones has been slowly but surely calculating his move, how he can get around Wesley. Wesley is, again, first race he's able to make with the group, as he's been a member of the club for some time but unable to make the races, so he's not currently in a points battling position, which Jones, sitting fourth, certainly is. And they are coming through Hyundai Corner. Is Jones going to be able to set him up on the exit here, as you really need to get a good drive out of Hyundai Corner going down start finish to set up for a move into Hog Hook turn 1. So as they're running down into Hog Hook, we'll see how this progress looks for Jones, as he is nice and tidy through there, hits the apex perfectly. It looks like Wesley just a little bit off the race line there as Jones entering the arena. You've really got to put this section together quite well here, and it's really a one line through there as it's off camera going into Camel Corner. On the gas as early as you can to get the drive down into 5 and 6 as Jones goes a little bit wide coming out of Camel Corner. But he doesn't look like he's made up a whole lot of progress there, so he has got work to do over, as he was within a car length there, but it looks like Wesley has slightly gotten away. So let's just take a look at Forza Fun still in second place. Nobody in the pits. As Scarhan in 10th place. I don't know if he has made a pit yet. BMXer in 11th. Dutchie in 9th with Shades. Let's take a look at Shades on his progress. We're going to come back to Jones here shortly. Shades downshifting as he goes through. Looks like turns 10 and 11 as they make their way back onto the straight. Jones is now getting really close to striking distance onto the back of VMAX as they go into the Vidal chicane. A really good opportunity to pass late on the brakes of Shades as he's looking to get the drive, put the power down, going into the final corner. Hyundai. Is he going to be able to, oh, looks like VMAX is a bit wide. He's not going to be able to get on the gas. Shades looking like he's getting a nice drive through there. The Shade's going to set him up for a pass down into the heavy braking zone of Hog Hook, turn 1. I don't think he's close enough, folks. And we are seeing a group of 4 come together here as these two are starting to reel in the group in front of them, which is Gump and Dragon. So exciting stuff here as Shades is making a move down to the inside of the arena, but VMAX might have the line into Camel Corner, but no, Shades says no room at the end there, as Veeks is going to have to seek shelter elsewhere. Nicely done by Shades, as we are going to stay here with them. Shades is saying to himself, we are on lap 11. I mean, oh, F4R VMAXer gets really sideways. He's going to lose several positions there. Gump is going to assume this. Again, we are in the last lap, 11 of 11 laps. Gump, fortunate to be in the right place at the right time, is going to now assume 6th position as Eagle Eye is only got 3 corners to secure his first win, and Forza Fun with a comfortable 2nd position. Third, Wesley is still in 3rd. He has done well to hold off Jones. And I am going to stay here with Gump. I don't think he is close enough, as we are going to say congratulations to Eagle Eye as he is going to cross to take the checkered, followed by Forza Fun as he runs down, start finish, nicely done, as he is fighting for every point he can get. And then we're going to see Jones, who is currently in fourth, running down start finish as he has crossed the start finish line to do well to finish there. Dragon fifth, Gump sixth, Shades in seventh, followed by Dutchy in eighth as VMAX, and Scarhand in 10th. Scarhand has got to be pretty upset with his finishing position, considering he went into this first in points. As we see just in the background, we see Tech Q, who is also second in points, retired from the race. Still not sure what had happened to him. Still not sure what happened between him and Scarhand. So either way, that will probably be looked at by race direction after the second race. So we are still wondering how all that went down. So as we get a view of Tech Q there sitting on the side of the track, as we are going to take a quick pause as we evaluate the finishing positions and run a reverse grid. Currently we have 4 viewers. We want to welcome everyone. F4R Vanquish, and thank you for joining us, Vanquish. As I am going to exit out of here, and we are going to, again, like I said, take a peek at our finishing positions and run a reverse grid. We are on a 4-minute end of race timer, so we do have the ability to see some other drivers here. As we're going to take a look at Scarhand. And I am going to exit the spectating and go back to the lobby here. All right, we are going to take a quick screenshot of our finishing position here. As I have been disconnected from Xbox. I have no idea why. So we are going to reacquire this room and have to send everybody a new request. So stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. We're going to reset this room up. So please stay with us here. Hey, everybody, this is Speedcurves. I was disconnected from the room, so I want to congratulate everyone. There was a lot of drama in that race, but very fun to call. I was disconnected just now, so I got everything on the stream, so we're good to go. But I'm going to start a new room and send everybody an invite because I need to control the room and the settings and whatnot. So we will do the reverse grid order, and the top 3 will take a PI penalty. So if you haven't already, prepare your car. And we will see you shortly. Please accept the invite to the new room I'm about to set up. So is everybody good with that? All right. Okay. Again, stay with us. I'm going to mute my mic while I set this room up, so please don't go anywhere, and give us about 7 minutes here. Thank you. Hey guys, we're looking good. I just have everybody's grid positions now, so once everyone checks up, we are going to set the grid order and fire off race 2. Does anybody need a delay for anything? Are you serious? Oh man, that's a good one. Hey man, I'm sure you can go pull pull it off of the track. There's a few wings sitting around the track, I'm sure. Few few spoilers. But yeah. What's up, man? What do you got, Tech? Go ahead, buddy. Well, you finished in the back, so that was your grid. That was your penalty was you didn't get a lot of points. But okay. Yeah, I'll listen. The rules are the rules. We haven't. I mean, I have to review each race, anyways. So right now, you are going to start where you finished last race, and that's the rules. I'm not going to change them mid-race. That would not be, wouldn't be right. So let's see where I have you lined up. Right now, you are lined up. Alpha Salmon's first, and you are going to be second. So, yeah, he may be out, so that'll put you there. So, anyways, once everybody checks up, we will start and see how this goes. All right. I'm going to bounce out of here. Yeah, I know. I got a big old sign on my TV. I'm going to jump out of here. Okay, we are back to the broadcast, and looks like we still have a few 13 drivers. We had a couple drivers that dropped out. Not sure if that was a rage quit, a disconnect. We've invited them back, but it looks like they weren't able to make it. So we are going to run this with 13 drivers. And folks, I don't really know exactly how this is going to go with points because we have such a mix-up here with finishing positions that was very unexpected. So anyways, we are now going to set the grid order, so stand by, and we're going to run this second race and enjoy. Why is it not letting me... Why is it? It's not letting me. Oh, that's why. Hey, I'm going to need you guys to uncheck because it will not let me spectate with everybody checked up. So if you guys could just do that really quick. And then once I'm spectating, I will get this thing going. No, I did not. Oof. I'm glad I got you guys. I don't know what I would do without you guys because you guys are a lot smarter than me. That's for sure. Thank you for that. You do. Okay. Thanks, Scott. There it is. Oh, I am just an idiot. Idiot in the house. Village idiot here. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, what are you doing, right? All right, I'm gonna jump out of here. Okay, I need you to give me the setup. No, I'm not. I just got disconnected. I don't know. I just got disconnected. I don't know. It's not letting me in. So frustrating. Okay, I just got disconnected from the group, so I have no idea why, but I'm not able to pick up your invite. Dragon, I think you sent me an invite. It's not allowing me to pick it up, so I really don't want you guys to start without me because I want to be able to call the race. So just give me another second. Okay, let's try this again. Come on, Forza. Connecting to game server. Work with me here. Yeah, it's still, on my end, still showing, it's spinning the wheel still. You think I gotta restart my Xbox? Okay, it says I'm disconnected, so Forza, can you set the room up, or who's ever in control, Forza, check the settings, and then I don't need to control the room. Okay. I will. I'll reset and then send me an invite. Okay. All right. Be back shortly.